Ezekiel chapter 43. And he brought me unto the gate which looked toward the east. Behold, the glory of the God of Israel came from the way of the east, and his voice was like the voice of many waters, and the earth was lit up with his glory. And the appearance of the vision that I saw was according to the vision that I had seen when I came to destroy the city. And the visions were like the vision that I saw by the river Chebar, and I fell upon my face. And the glory of Jehovah came into the house by the way of the gate whose front was toward the east. And the Spirit lifted me up, brought me into the inner court. Behold, the glory of Jehovah filled the house. And I heard one speaking unto me out of the house, and a man was standing by me. Verse 7. And he said unto me, Son of man, this is the place of my throne, and the place of the soles of my feet, where I will dwell in the midst of the children of Israel for ever. And the house of Israel shall no more defile my holy name, they nor their kings with their fornication, and with the carcasses of their kings in their high places, in that they set their threshold by my threshold, and their post by my post. There was only a wall between me and them, and they defiled my holy name with their abominations which they committed, and I consumed them in mine anger. Now let them put away their fornication, and the carcasses of their kings, far from me, and I will dwell in the midst of them for ever. Thou, Son of man, show the house to the house of Israel, that they may be confounded at their iniquities, and let them measure the pattern. If they be confounded at all that they have done, make known to them the form of the house, and its fashion, and its goings out, and its comings in, and all its forms, and all its statutes, yea, all the forms thereof, and all the laws thereof, and write it in their sight, that they may keep the whole form thereof, and all the statutes thereof, and do them. Verse 12. This is the law of the house. Upon the top of the mountain all its border round about is most holy. Behold, this is the law of the house. Verse 13. And these are the measures of the altar in cubits. Cubit is a cubit and a handbreadth. Bottom was a cubit in height, and the breadth a cubit, and its border on the edge thereof round about 1 span. And this was the base of the altar. And from the bottom upon the ground to the lower settle was 2 cubits, and the breadth 1 cubit. From the small settle to the great settle 4 cubits, and the breadth a cubit. And the upper altar was 4 cubits. From the hearth of God and upward were 4 horns. And the hearth of God was 12 cubits long by 12 broad, square in the 4 sides thereof. And the settle was 14 cubits long by 14 broad in the 4 sides thereof. And the border about it 1/2 cubit, and the bottom thereof a cubit round about, and its steps looked toward the east. Verse 18. And he said unto me, Son of man, thus saith the Lord Jehovah, these are the ordinances of the altar in the day when they shall make it, to offer up burnt offerings thereon, and to sprinkle blood thereon. Thou shalt give to the priests, the Levites that are of the seed of Zadok, who come near unto me to minister unto me, saith the Lord Jehovah, a young bullock for a sin offering. Thou shalt take of its blood, put it on the 4 horns thereof, and on the 4 corners of the settle, and upon the border round about. So shalt thou purge, and make atonement for it. Thou shalt take the bullock of the sin offering, and it shall be burned in the appointed place of the house, outside the sanctuary. And on the 2nd day thou shalt present a he-goat without blemish for a sin offering, and they shall purge the altar as they purged it with the bullock. When thou hast ended purging it, thou shalt present a young bullock without blemish, and a ram out of the flock without blemish. And thou shalt present them before Jehovah. And the priests shall cast salt upon them. They shall offer them up for a burnt offering unto Jehovah. 7 days shalt thou offer daily a goat for a sin offering. They shall also offer a young bullock and a ram out of the flock without blemish. 7 days shall they make atonement for the altar, and purify it, and consecrate it. And when these days are ended, it shall be that upon the 8th day and onwards the priest shall offer your burnt offerings upon the altar, and your peace offerings, and I will accept you, saith the Lord Jehovah.